Hi everybody, auth-kylausti-auth.com here at Bryce Center after Michigan State's 108-52 win over Savannah State. Here's my three takeaways as always. Takeaway number one, probably the most impressive offensive stretch we've seen from Michigan State, maybe ever in program history. It's the first time they've ever scored 100 points or more in 4 straight games. And today 108 points, shot 62% from the field. They've really been doing this. I know the level of competition isn't great, but they're still getting a ton of offense. All 5 guys in double figures again, which they've done I think 5 times this year. So just another game of shooting the ball really well. And today they had to overcome some adversity. It's not like Cleveland State the other day where they were lights out right from the start. Actually, we were trailing this team midway through the first half. We had about 10 turnovers in 10 minutes. So not a great start, but really kind of overcame it. Had a great second half. And for as frustrated as Tom Izzo was early, I think he was pleased to see his team kind of fix its issues and really finish on a high note. Takeaway number 2, as far as individual guys, I think it starts with Nick Ward. The guy has been pretty unbelievable. He's hit 32 of his last 34 field goals, including 9 for 9 today for 21 points. And really just can't miss. I mean, I couldn't go 32 for 34 if you put me right into the hoop with no one guarding me. And the fact that he's doing it, again, not in Big Ten play, but still against Division I competition, against guys that are keying in on him, it's pretty impressive. I think a number of things are happening. I mean, I think one, he's got more scores around him. We talk about that balance. I think that draws some of the defense away from him, and he's able to work one-on-one a little bit more. And I also think he's doing a good job of positioning. He's getting deep in the post, and he's still taking a couple, jumpers and a couple hook shots and things like that. But he's really right around the basket for a lot of these. And you talk about an efficient, high percentage player at this point. It's hard to imagine anybody doing that better than Nick Ward is right now. And then takeaway number 3, this team, we said a couple weeks ago we thought they were going to become number 1 after Duke lost. Villanova ended up jumping them. This time, they really probably will become number 1. It'd be pretty shocking to see them not be number 1 after the AP poll comes out at noon on Monday. Number 1 Villanova lost to Butler, and number 3 Arizona State lost at Arizona on Saturday night. So those are really the only 2 contenders. Duke is number 4, is the only other team that'll probably get number 1 votes. But I think Michigan State, having won 13 in a row, having been number 2 for a number of weeks, will probably be number 1 for the first time since early 2016, the first week of the 2016 calendar year. And you could say that they've been number 2 for a while. There's not a huge difference in being number 1. I would agree with that, but I also think there's nothing quite like being number 1, and I think this team is getting used to as much pressure as you can have during the regular season. It's got to be a good thing for them. I mean, these guys mostly shrugged it off and said that, we feel like, we've been circled all year, and that's true to a certain extent. But I think it's number 1 is kind of a different level, and I think it'll probably be good for these guys to experience that, because obviously they're going to go into the NCAA tournament getting his most attention from everybody. So that's going to be happening for them for as long as they can hold number 1, and given how the Big Ten's looked, it could be a little while. Start with Maryland on Thursday here. They got a lot of home games starting, and really don't play the best teams in the Big Ten until February. So unless they really get tripped up, it could be several weeks here that we see Michigan State at number 1. Should be fun to watch. Check mlive.com/partners for all your coverage. Thanks for watching.